Well, it's been a few years since I've been to London Heathrow, so I figured I might make a little bit of an update to the airport arrivals. This is Terminal 2, which I'm in at the moment, and you can actually see here there is International Arrivals Board. Just down to the right is in fact the UK arrivals, so if you're flying in from the UK arrivals coming to Terminal 2, this is where you will be coming to. So anyway, let's just have a little look around. When you do arrive here, there is actually a information board just off in the distance. It's actually all electronic, and you can look up there for the internet, you can look up there for the London Transport, British Rail, various different services, just some of the services which you have when you first arrive here. There's a shop called W.H. Smith, and you can buy newspapers there and books in English. There's also Boots. Boots is quite useful as well if you need any pharmaceutical bits and pieces, and then you've got Cafe Nero if you're looking for a coffee or a sandwich, and then also Travelex. So depending on how you're planning to get to London, you also have express train tickets here. Single ticket, €25, and then you also get various different types of returns, open returns, first class. They range from 30 to around €55, pounds I should say. We're in pounds, aren't we, in the United Kingdom? So anyway, you also have this service, We Know, and what they'll do a fixed price transfer. I asked them about getting from London to London Heathrow Terminal 2 to Victoria. They quoted me €70 or £70. Got to get that euro out of my mind, but as I said, that's a fixed price. And then if you're looking at a taxi, a black cab, it'll cost you maybe £80. And then I also looked up for Bolt, which is similar to Uber. They're quoting about £25, £30. So anyway, from this point you have the exit, buses, car park, taxis, underground. And also trains to Terminal 4 and 5, Elizabeth Line, Heathrow Express. So the trains to 4 and 5, as you can see, they're free. And then you can also see the Elizabeth line, so we'll get to that in just a moment. That's a very useful train line, crosses the whole of London, eventually making its way towards Abbey Wood, but also stops at a lot of the major British Rail train stations. So anyway, let's go and have a look at the underground. So once you exit Terminal 2, also known as the Queen's Terminal, you are greeted by this fantastic sculpture, and this is actually an aeroplane with a jet stream, or the jet stream of the aeroplane. If you in fact have a look at the back, you can see this is the tail of the plane. So anyway, if you make your way to where all these people are now lined up, you can see this is where the elevators are located, taking people down to the underground and to the trains. So just looking back at the elevators where I've just come out of, you can now see this direction is Terminal 3, also the underground and the central bus station. And then you also have this very useful map right here if you're not sure where you're going. And a little bit of extra useful information. This is not the direction for the Rail Air or Hotel Hop. Go back to level 0. And here you have the entrance to the underground. Depending on the purpose of your visit, you might need some passport photos, or even just for fun. And this is very useful. The Underground Visitor Centre, they can tell you what you need to know about your tickets. The other booth that I was quoting that does the fixed price taxi fares of €70, that company is called We Know, and there is also one of those down here at the underground entrance just outside to the left of where I'm standing. But sure enough, that's an independent company, and their business is to offer you services. So obviously if you're happy for paying a little bit of a premium, then they'll happily look after you. or alternatively, if you're trying to use the most cost-effective way to get to the city, then the underground, as you can see, is the highest volume of people mover.